are both of you doing today?
We're good.
One of the first things that I wanted to ask, and this is really for both of your characters, because we get to see these two different spectrums of love, of how experiences made us become more skeptical of it, with Changa, and then also too, with Auntie May, that just to be a hopeless romantic, to just always believe in the power of love. And I wanted to ask you, do you think that I find that growing up and being young, you really think that love is just this endless possibility, this endless fairy tale. But as you get to experience life and sometimes loss, what do you think the disconnect is on how we kind of lose a piece of that as we transition into adulthood? And Kimiko, we could start with you.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I love about this character is she truly loves love, and she doesn't let any sort of adulthood get in the way of that, which is amazing. And yeah, that's something that I think a lot of people experience, is losing that sort of childlike wonder about, meeting someone that you really connect with. But that's why I really attached myself to Auntie May, and why I think she's such a great character. But this whole story is such a wonderful exploration of the different types of love and overcoming the loss, of love. And yeah, I think it's a really beautiful story at a time where I think we need it.
And Philippa?
I feel like something I learned from portraying Changa and going through her journey was that love can sometimes show up in unexpected places. And I think that Fei Fei definitely sparks maybe perhaps even childlike curiosity that has been lost for a very long, long time. And because of this miraculous day where Fei Fei builds a rocket ship to the moon, Changa's world is turned completely upside down, and she's forced to look at herself differently than she's ever looked at herself before. And because of that, they're able to come together and find new love in new places. And sometimes that's love for a partner, a person, love for your family, or even love for yourself. And it's really beautiful to see in this film.
Now, Philippa, we got to talk about this music, because Ultra Luminary gives me my entire life. And so I wanted to ask you specifically, with the songs that you perform in this film, what song do you feel as though that you connected to the most, and also to what song was just your favorite to perform?
Well, I think of the songs that I sang that I really got to connect to. I was really surprised by some of the music at the end of the film, where I actually got to sing in Chinese, and I've never been asked to do that before. I don't really speak the language, but it felt really wonderful to explore a part of my heritage that I haven't gotten to explore before in a piece of art. And I think that in terms of just, the jam for me, it's also Ultra Luminary. It's super fun. I always had a really good time singing it. Because it's animation and larger than life, I feel like it just allowed my imagination to go completely wild. So getting to record it and then see the final product, it's definitely mind-blowing.
Now, I love that this is an all Asian cast. And in a world that we talk about diversity and the importance of inclusion, it really meant a lot to see a film not only that displays the Asian culture, also to have the voice cast reflective of that. And so I wanted to ask you, and Kamiko, we could start with you. Do you feel as though that we've come a long way in this industry, or do you still feel as though that there's work to be done?
Well, there's always work to be done. I think we're in the process of really making a lot of wonderful changes, and I think we have come a long way. I mean, apparently we've made a few animated movies in the past couple of years that are representative of Asian culture, which is incredible. But as a child, I didn't have very many, adult female Asian characters to look up to. We have Mulan, and I really attached myself to that character and Lea Salonga on Broadway. But there weren't a ton, and it really affected me going into my adulthood. And I'm so proud that we are able to put this out for young minds to see, you know, and to shape them and give them hope for their future and see the strength in that. So yeah, there's always room to go further, but I'm really proud of what we've done.
And Phillipa?
I agree with everything that Kimiko said. I feel like it's so important to feel recognized, especially as a young person, to literally just look up at a stage and look up at a screen and say, that looks like me, is such a powerful feeling to have. It seems simple, but it holds a lot of weight and meaning. And, you know, making this film, it felt like not only just so powerful and meaningful to be able to portray a Chinese character. I've never gotten to play a character that was written specifically as being Chinese before, but also to be a part of this completely Asian cast. I felt like it was just a celebration, and that joy and that celebration, I think it comes through. And you know, it's obvious that we need more of that, more joy, more celebration, more diverse stories, more stories about things that we're maybe not so familiar with. Let's keep going. Let's not stop just because, you know, we've gotten a few. Like, that's just the beginning.
Kimiko and Phillipa, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I truly appreciate it.
You.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.